In this video, I'm going to talk about a book which is gonna totally change how you talk with people, and it will actually teach you how to be social, how to make friends. Like most of the chances are that if you're watching this video, you're not so much social that you can't maybe speak properly with your friends, you don't have a good friend circle, and your social relationships are not really good. And believe me when I tell this book, the book I'm going to talk about in this video, is going to totally change that. It will change how you look at social conversations. It will change your social manners in a perfect sense. Well, the name of this book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. So basically how this book works is that there are a lot of principles in this book, and each chapter has a principle attached to it. And in each chapter there will be a lot of examples which will tell you how that principle basically works in real life situations. All those examples I'm talking about here are basically the experiences of the author of this book, or maybe it might be the experience of some other person who told this to the author, okay, who told his experiences to the author. And these examples tell you how you should use these opinions or these principles in your real life conversation as well. And not only that, it also teaches you what you should do, what you shouldn't. Believe me when I say this, all of these principles that I'm talking about here are actually the principles which we already know, okay? But we don't know how to use these principles in actual situation, or we have never tried to use these principles in real life situations, because we don't know what will be the reaction of other people, or what we will do after we have used that particular principle, okay, particular opinion, what is written in the book. And this book teaches you exactly how to do it. Okay, now you might think, why this book? There are so many books about this particular topic, but why I am recommending this particular book only? Well, the first reason which comes to my mind is that the wording. Okay, each and every word is very simple. Okay, any person, like even a person who has never read a book in his whole entire life. I mean, by that I mean that he's at least literate, like he can read words. Like even that person can read this book and understand, because the words, the sentences are very simple for any person to understand. Like for take me as an example, I never used to like storybooks, I never used to like books in a sense, but this was the first book I ever picked up, and I understood each and every line of it. Okay, sometimes, yes, I will be totally honest, sometimes I might have to read one sentences twice, thrice, or maybe even four times, but I understood it. Okay, I understood the meaning behind it, so anybody can understand the meaning behind it. Second important thing about this book which comes to my mind is that you can use this book as a handbook. Yes, as a handbook, that means as a guide. In each and every chapter, there's a particular principle attached to it, as I said before. And in that chapter, every time the book will tell you how to use that particular principle in that in your real life, how to use that particular principle in that particular chapter in your real life. The book will tell you how to do that. Another thing is that the examples in this book are so much relatable. Like these are not like fantasy examples, these are not like stories or something, these are actually real life examples of real people. Yes, they are real life examples of real people, real successful people the author have met in his own life, and he tells you about that. And basically they share their experiences with you, and you get to know the experiences. How cool is that? Like you learn a lot, by hearing the experiences of the so successful people. That's why I recommend this book other than any other book. I know there are a lot of other books on this topic, particular topic. Maybe some are better than this book, but this particular book has helped me a lot. That's why I can recommend it to you. Now, next point is how this book helped me. Like since I'm recommending this book to you, this book must have helped me, right? So yes, it did. Well, I have been reading this book for like last 2.5 months. Okay, and of course I completed this book like in 1 month only. And but still, I have been writing these principles of this book down, and revising it every week. two times, three times a week. And I also advise you to do so. Like every time you read the principle, like, take your time to finish the book. It's not in a hurry. Like you can take 1 month, 2 months. It's up to you. But every time you read a principle, you read a complete a chapter, you complete a principle, write that down in your phone memo or somewhere. Okay, and like review it every 2 times. Even one more, even 3 times a week. It's up to you. Okay, like I used to do like 2 times a week. You can even do that. And this book has actually taught me like how genuine appreciation can you know can be a conversation starter, can actually make you so much likable. I started going to gym this 2.5 months ago. I was a gym newbie at that time, and whenever I used to go, I never used to say any word, any word to any of the people there. Not even talk to the trainers, let alone the people, the people there. I used to go there, work out and then come back home. Yes, of course, I used to feel really good. Yes, I did work out first thing in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. I did some great workout, but somewhere I used to, feel empty. Like, yeah, I couldn't talk to anybody. I wanted to talk to somebody, but I couldn't, just because my mind was holding me back. I was thinking a lot about what other people would think, and there were also this pretty girls in the gym with with whom I with whom I wanted to talk, but I couldn't. Just because it was me only which was holding myself. So one day, after some day, I got this book, the book which I'm talking about right now, and I read that. I don't think it was a particular principle, but I think it was in a particular chapter. I don't remember it frankly right now correctly, but in that chapter, it tells you how like genuine appreciation can change somebody else's life, can like, change how that particular person feels about it. Like genuine appreciation, not flattery, genuine appreciation. Okay. So after reading that particular chapter, I went to the gym next day. I had that particular principle in my mind that yes, I need to show genuine appreciation. I need to start a conversation by saying something really simple. I went to the gym, and as soon as I entered the gym, I saw one trainer there, and the first thing I told him was good morning. You know, good morning. Hey, what's up? This was the first phrase. Not even a hey, what's up. Not even that. Only good morning. Good morning, sir. This was the phrase I told him. And you know what he did? He genuinely smiled back at me and said, "Yeah, good morning to you. How are you? And like, what you're going to do today?" This was his phrase. And like, I was shocked to at that particular moment, I was shocked to realize this, like, how simple is this, and how easily I can start a conversation. Just a good morning literally started a conversation for me. And later, after doing this thing for like 2 to 3 days, with not only with the trainers but with other people, I realized that there are really few people who actually say good morning to each other in the morning itself. Well, this shows that how useful this book is. At least it was for me, and I can be sure that this book will be helpful for you as well. So with this, I would love to finish my video. I would love to end my video, and please make sure to read this book at least once. At least once. At least read few chapters only, and then you will realize how effective this book is. And use those principles. Use everything what you have learned from this book in real life. Otherwise, there will be no benefit from reading this book. You want to know something about this book, you read it and you use that principle in real life. Doesn't matter what other people will think. Okay? You're trying to improve yourself. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. See you guys later.